they have to hit you with that quick start. What did you like about kind of the bounce back? There's obviously a ton of reasons where things could have gone sideways there and didn't.
I just liked our poise and our perspective. I thought even the first quarter, a lot of the stuff they hit, we were willing to at least withstand for a little while. Some of them I thought were just tough shots. Some of them were according to the game plan. And it was just a matter of just keeping our perspective. And we did a great job of just staying with it. And I thought we took it to another level, 2 25-point quarters in the second and the third. And, I thought we were playing their pace for a portion of the game. And then I thought we kind of turned it into our style of basketball, and I think that's where it turned.
What did you see when you turned it to your style of basketball? What did that look like?
Just getting stops. I think just making the shots even more uncomfortable. Pick-up points were good. Reading the screens at the point of attack was good. Protecting the paint was really good. And I only had 6 points in transition. So that's a key against this team.
Protecting the paint, Porzingis, how much of an impact did he have tonight?
Both ends. So defensively, he was great. Obviously, withstanding some of Sabonis' physicality, his ability to protect the paint, and offensively, just they went to the changing the coverage in the pick and roll, and they veered it, switched a little bit. We did a great job getting space, giving him an opportunity to play, and he made plays.
Coach Mazzulla, after last night's loss, what did you tell your team coming into this like this? Because they were just totally focused on shooting those threes.
I just told them to keep perspective. It's very important that us as a team in the locker room are on the same page about what we're doing well, what we're not doing well, what type of team we are. So it's all about perspective. There can be many people can make up a lot of reasons as to why we lose a game, but we know what our standard is. We know what the game plan is. We know when we execute it and when we don't. So the most important thing is making sure we have the aligned perspective about who we are, what we want to do, and what kind of team we want to be.
And going back to that first quarter, you guys scored 41. Of course, the Kings scored 38. After seeing that first quarter, did you have a strong feeling that, hey, my team is ready to go?
Even during a little bit of it, because we never, wavered. I think in moments like that, you're looking for, do we maintain our effort? Do we maintain just the game plan? Do we maintain the proper body language? And I thought even with saying that, we maintained all those things. We had the proper body language. We had the proper effort. We were still executing on the offensive end. And so I felt very comfortable even during that first quarter, just because of the makeup of our guys.
So the last 3 quarters, what happened in terms of the pace? Like, you slowed it down. You said defensively, what did you do? And were you happy with kind of how you bounced back after that kind of track meet first quarter?
Yeah, like I said, we had 2 25-point quarters. And, some of the shots they made in that first quarter, they missed in the second, but those are the ones that we were willing to withstand before we adjusted. We also went to, I like our team's open-mindedness. We went to about 3 or 4 different adjustments in the second quarter, which kind of got them off kilter. And, offensively, we found the right balance of attacking in transition and then executing in the half court. And that's the key against teams like that, is the balance. You have to run with them a little bit, get easy baskets, and you got to execute. And I thought our guys found that balance.
All right, first we got to talk about Derek, because he's shooting like an all-star right now. It's like he's had a good year.
He's an all-star.
Is Derek quite an all-star?
I think so.
No? Okay. He's been having a good year, but lately it's just he's been on another level. What are you seeing out of him as far as like the shot selection? Like, some of these shots are kind of like a little bit out of what he usually does, and what kind of freedom is he playing with right now?
Freedom, confidence, and empowerment from his teammates. And so, you take a look at a lot of the times when we want to settle the team down or we want to get to really good execution, we go to Derek White pick and rolls. And sometimes it's with Jason, sometimes it's with Jalen, sometimes it's with KP only. Tonight it was KP only to attack the matchup, and he did a great job making the play. So his teammates are empowering him. He's playing with a lot of confidence, and it's one of the reasons why we feel so comfortable with him at the point, is because of what he can do.
And then KP obviously got a lot of blocks, but there were points later in the game where they just were straight up not taking the shot when he was there.
Yeah.
How big was it tonight just to have him come back in the game and just literally deter the offense away?
Yeah, it's connected, right? Like, KP's ability to protect the paint allows our guys to have the freedom to chase over, to go under, to fight through dribble handoffs and get through screens. And so it's just that's the thing that we're talking to our guys about, is the connectivity. KP can't do that if we don't have the proper ball pressure, if we don't have the proper physicality on screens. And our guys have the freedom to mix it up and do what they do because of his rim protection.
Jalen seemed very under control today, especially dishing the ball, playmaking, everything. What did you see out of him, especially last 6 or 7 games?
Yeah.
After the ESPN graphic, the 0 assists or whatever, he's kind of started to pile them up a little bit here.
I mean, again, we don't track assists. We track potential assists, screen assists, opportunities that you create for your teammates. So like those are really don't mean anything to us. But really, he's been playing great basketball, which I think we've taken a turn offensively as a team in the last 7 to 8 games with our offensive execution, our purpose, our potential assist, our screen assist. We're making the right screen read versus the coverage, and I think Jalen's kind of spearheaded our transition attack, making the right play in transition, and really just being a playmaker in general. And I really enjoyed just kind of watching his growth as a player.
Sure. After last night's disappointment then without Jason, was this kind of an empowering kind of game for some of those guys to get their opportunity and then to prove that regardless of who you put out there that they can,
I mean, I think we had that against Orlando in the first game. I don't think they need to do that anymore. We are what we are. Like, regardless of who's in or who's out, like, we're the Celtics. This is the organization that we have. This is the development. This is the program, the culture, whatever you want to say. Like, we know when one guy's out, the next guy's going to step up. And the guys are validated because they put the work in every day. And when their name is called, I have trust in them. And, they're able to play. So it's very simple. They don't need another game like that. It is what it is. And that's the key to our locker room.
Last night, you guys have a kind of unique situation where it's like you lose a game, then you're on a bus to the next place right away. What was the mood like for the team? I heard it was pretty quiet. How do you feel like they responded to that moment?
Yeah, after such a disappointing loss, I felt like our guys really handled it well. And it's a long year. Like, you got to have the proper perspective. Like, so much goes into a game. Like, at the end of the day, the most important thing is making sure the locker room and us are on the same page about what it looks like when we're good and what it looks like when we're not. And so, of course, we're not going to be happy if you lose. But the great thing about playing 82 games is you get a chance to shake it off the next day. But I thought today's film session was good. It just brought perspective. It's like, this is what we did well, this is what we didn't. And we just got to fight for that perspective.
And then Drew had his first 2010 game with you guys. And it was really the defense that was the story for him. Like, some of those pick sixes he had were incredible. So
yeah,
why are you so excited?
I'm just I like seeing guys. Our team is built on sacrifice, and so sometimes you see the lesser of one guy for the other guy to be better, and that's kind of what we're learning about as a team. Is like every guy has to be a little lesser version of themselves so that we can try to be a whole as a team. And I think Drew's has a guy that's done that, and he's still fitting into what his identity is. He's playing a completely different role than he has on a different team. Whether sometimes screening, sometimes handling, sometimes in a dunker, sometimes spaced. And defensively, he hasn't switched as much, and so he's playing a bunch of different coverages. And so I just enjoy, when he makes progress like that, and it's really good, fun to watch him play.
Coach, Nemias Keita played some pretty big minutes in the first half. What did you see from him? What did you like from him? And what does he bring to you guys' team?
Just continuing to get better. I thought today we went to 2 different coverages with him, and he picked those up very quickly, and he was able to execute those. And he's just a presence at the rim and screening really well. So he's doing a lot of the dirty work for us. And not just him, but I thought one of the bigger plays in the game was when Svi stole that ball, dove into the first row, and then kicked it back out for us. I think we scored on that. And so all those guys are just, anytime they go in the game, they're constantly making plays that kind of either keep us in the game or give us the momentum we need to make a run.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.